In the heart of the fog, speed alone won't save you, but a fierce spirit just might. Before the trials, before the hunt, there was simply Meg. She grew up restless, energetic, born to a home already breaking apart. Her father gone before she could remember his face. Raised by her mother, Meg became a whirlwind of defiance and untamed energy. School, she excelled, but discipline, rules, those were chains she refused to wear. There was only one place her spirit could soar: the track. A high school athletics coach saw it first, the untapped storm in her legs. He set her loose, and Meg ran, faster, harder, farther than anyone. She became a star, earning a scholarship to college, a ticket to a future far beyond what anyone had dared dream for her. But the storm she couldn't outrun was already gathering. Meg's mother, her rock, her greatest champion, fell gravely ill. The woman who had fought so hard for Meg's future could no longer fight for her own. Without hesitation, Meg made the only choice her heart would allow. She gave up everything: the scholarship, the future, the dream. And she stayed to care for her mother, to fight for her in ways running could never teach. Still, Meg never stopped running, training by day, nursing her mother by night. On the worst nights, her mother would play her old sports broadcasts, tales of champions who rose above it all, stories Meg clung to, even as hope thinned. At school, Meg's reputation continued to grow, and so did the envy around her. The Dare Damsels, her running club, had a rite of passage, a cruel game called Eat Dust. They dressed her up as a comic book villain, mask, stripes, mockery, and gave her a dare: slash the tire of a police cruiser right outside the Colorado police station. Heart hammering in her chest, Meg crept into the belly of the beast. The station loomed ahead, windows glowing, radios crackling, boots thudding against pavement. Every instinct screamed at her to turn back. Every shadow seemed to stretch, reaching for her. She ducked low behind a parked car, breath caught in her throat. A single mistake, and she wouldn't just lose a race, she'd lose everything. Meg slipped out of cover. One heartbeat, one daring cut. The tire hissed in surrender. She ripped the stripe free, her trophy clenched tight in trembling fingers. Then, shouts, flashlights, boots pounding. But Meg was already gone, a laughing streak in the night. She returned victorious. The damsels laughed, all except Dana. Dana's resentment festered, and resentment has teeth. One evening, after a grueling practice, Meg walked home alone, her lucky strip of tire tucked into her pocket. But then, the snap of a branch, a shadow from nowhere. She was tackled, her ankle stomped with brutal precision. Pain exploded through her body as she screamed into the uncaring dark. Her attacker took nothing, said nothing, vanished. Meg clawed her way home, branch in hand, dragging her shattered foot through the dirt. Multiple fractures, crutches, bills they couldn't afford, and the dream slipping away. Meg never saw who it was, but deep down she knew. Meg wept, she raged, she cursed Dana's name to the heavens. But her mother's voice cut through the storm. Life's battles aren't won by speed and strength, but mind and will. Her mother handed her a gift, a black dress, a motivational tape, and a reminder: fill your mind with winning. Make no room for fear. On race day, Dare Damsel Meg lined up, headphones blaring tales of Olympic legends. Coach Jenny saw the truth, the injury she couldn't hide. Tried to pull Meg from the race, but Meg stopped her. "Please don't," she said. "I'm going to beat her. I'm going to win." And then she ran. Broken foot, shattered body, unbroken will. Every step a scream of pain, every breath a battle. But Meg surged forward, past one, past another, until only the finish line remained. She didn't just finish, she won. But soon after, on a long run through the woods she loved, Meg Thomas disappeared. No footprints, no clues, no farewell. Only the mist, thick and endless, shifting, watching. From beyond the veil, it steered, the entity, drawn by a soul too fierce to surrender, a spirit too bright to break. It watched her victory, it felt her defiance, and it hungered. Before she could bask in her triumph, the entity reached out, silent, inevitable, and claimed her. Now she runs still, through endless trials of blood and terror, gliding over fear, laughing in the face of death. Because for Meg Thomas, victory wasn't a dream, it was a promise, one she made to herself and kept against all odds. Enter the portal, remain in the fog.